Exoskeletons, the principle of sci-fi armor. From Age of Tomorrow to like every single anime sci-fi ever. Simplification aside, enhancing humanity's strength using technology has been a thing in fiction for a while. Either by magic or engineering, at least one is possible, theoretically, in this world.
Well, in your world it's fictional. Maybe. But yeah, many worlds' advancements took inspiration from books and work of fiction. It allows them to see the bigger picture of what's possible, and not be too bogged down on thinking is this realistic, because quite frankly, it's better to dream and try to achieve it rather than just doing nothing.
That's right, Exter. Plus, creation is really fun. Anyway, we're getting a bit sidetracked. Today, I'll be talking about my exoskeletal arm I did for my first year project.
Hey, you know it, honestly proud of you, author.
First off, I should probably tell people about the basics of exoskeletons, huh? Exoskeletons are like basically something that augments, assists, or enable human strength that you can wear. It's something that basically explains itself once you see how it works.
And it's quite magical to see, even when it's not actually powered by magic. Imagine being able to lift up a giant Gatling laser, or just walk through 10,000 flights of stairs without being tired. You can see the appeal of an exoskeleton now, right? From the military to healthcare, to other industries.
And the best part is, these things aren't here to replace humans, but to either one, enhance physical strength that they already have, or two, prevent injuries caused by labor. They have many functions and categories: top focus, bottom focus, both, or bright function, such as like powered by electrical motors, pneumatics. Hydraulically, for my project, I'll be using a pneumatic piston to power the motion of my exoskeleton. I look at the design in the past and took inspiration from real-world muscle and such.
She totally stole it from Hacksmith's design, by the way.
Shut up. But yeah, I took heavy inspiration from the Hacksmith Industries exoskeletal design they did in the past. I'll link that in the description below. Here's how mine works. When the arm is at an unpowered state, we can move it freely, however I want. Pretty good degrees of freedom, and it's like actually really satisfying to move around. I can't really describe it, but like when you and your team created something physical and then you wore that, it felt real, you know? It's actually something tangible, something that you can actually manipulate in real life. It's actually really nice. Oh, and the first and the second buttons allow us to actually manipulate the pneumatics. The first button forces the arm to move up, the second button forces the arm to go down, and the last button basically makes it so that the arm kind of moves in an unpowered state, so you can move it around however you want. Shout out to my friends who compiled all the components, by the way. You can see it in the video behind me. It's actually like really cool, a really cool simulation. But yeah, I designed all the adapters here, and it sort of connects everything, every components, you know, as well as the general design and stuff. Alright, we actually needed a way to actually wear the thing. I opted to buy a safety harness people use when they wanted to work at a high building, and then attach it to the actual exoskeleton. It's not super expensive. I should probably wonder how effective it is at holding a person weight, but it's probably fine, right?
Now, speed and power. We will be using a big-ass pneumatic cylinder piston for movement. There's two types of cylinders, a single-acting cylinder and a double-acting. Single-acting only allows air to flow one way. That will not be good if we want to move without needing the air pump. With double-acting, air is allowed to escape in the other hole. That means we can move it whenever we want. We also need something to actually control the airflow. This solenoid valve does the trick quite well. When it's not powered, the actuator stays where it is. The piston won't move unexpectedly.
Now for the electronics, we'll be using an Arduino Uno R3 as the motherboard. To give it the energy to meet the requirement for the solenoid valves, we will be using an N, and no, not related to NCORP, type MOSFET to control the actual thing. The idea on how MOSFET works is basically like a gate we can turn on or off electronically. An Arduino only have a 5-volt port. We can't feed that to the actual solenoid valve itself. It would be pretty underpowered. So we'll be using a MOSFET to feed the 24 volts to the valve, using the 5 volt from the Arduino to turn it on or off. Also, we'll be using diodes to prevent voltage spikes as well.
Probably have to explain what diodes are next.
Right. Diodes. It's basically something that allows electricity to flow one way only. That means that when voltage wants to go back to the source, it can't. It can only flow one way only. This prevents voltage spikes that would probably fry stuff. Very useful indeed.
And the battery life?
So each solenoid valve draws 500 milliamps at 12 volts. 2 of them makes 1 amp. The batteries are 12 volts in a battery tray with a total capacity of 1.5 amp. So the battery time is 1500 divided by total average current, which is 1000 milliamp. That would give us 1.5 hours of battery. Now, with real life condition and the fact that alkaline batteries lose voltage over time, the actual runtime would be shorter.
Finally, all technical stuff is done. Let us check out the result, shall we? The power ratio. We could technically pull well over 360 kilograms. Technically. Just ignore the 3D printed part being too weak or the fact that it's made out of connected aluminum frames because Killjoy has no wielding abilities and…
Yeah, that's all, girl. I'll handle the rest. Power to weight ratio is around 13 watts per kilogram. Ain't that bad? If we would improve it more by, making another arm on the left maybe, or making wearing the thing easier, we could try making it so like it can lift more and improve the structure. But for our first year project, it ain't that bad. We're just limited by the money and the technology during our time, as Howard Stark would say it. So yeah, that's it for the video. This is the first time I actually made a long form video, so there was probably some mistake here and there. But
But if you never push something out there and only try to make the perfect video, you would never push anything out.
Yeah, don't need to tell me, Exter. I know how my first shot went.
I was so distorted and low pixeled, dude. Come on. And what happened when you want this to be a faceless, voiceless dubbing channel?
It still is, but obviously I don't want this to be only a explaining channel, and I actually want to make stuff as well, and to show you guys and the entire world what I made, Some other projects like the P-Script Beeper from Limbus company is still ongoing. I still haven't finished the script for it yet. Funny, pre-script, script. Anyway, yeah. Point is, I don't want channel that is only me or Exter explaining stuff. That's like something that an AI slop channel can make, which I am accused of. I remember, which is pretty funny, but I don't blame them. There's a lot of slop channels out there. I'm still wondering what the future of this channel could be. I have a huge project I wanted to do about my internship experience in Japan as well. Oh, about the direction of this channel. I'm thinking of making this channel sort of like a vlogs plus tech video. You guys will see what I mean in my Limbus video. Or maybe the Japan video, depending on what is finished first, I guess.
Made sense. Stuff you made is pretty interesting sometimes. And I'm not saying this because you're my author, and I'm your persona or anything.
Thanks, Exter. Hopefully the algorithm will favor us, but who knows? It's nice to finally push a video, even if my voice is not, ideal. That's also why I use a text-to-speech instead of my actual voice. I'm not really confident about my feminine voice.
You can train for that later. Anyway, subscribe. Thanks for watching and maybe see you next time.
Yeah, like and subscribe. That really helps out, especially from a small channel like this. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye!